From the struggles of colonial rule to the vibrant diversity that defines our nation, Nigeria's journey is one of courage and determination. Despite challenges, Nigerians have shown remarkable spirit in building a thriving democracy, advancing culture, and driving economic growth. As we celebrate anniversary, we honor the sacrifices of our founding heroes and everyday citizens shaping our future. Welcome to 30 Minutes on NTA News 24. I'm Lydia Sampson. The first report by Teresa Shonom chronicles Nigeria's independence heroes, led by figures like Nnamdi Azikiwe, Obafemi Awolowo, and Ahmadu Bello. The feature takes a look at how they carved the path to freedom through courage and selfless dedication. We'll see how their unwavering commitment to unity, justice, and democratic ideals united diverse Nigerians against the then colonial rule. Let's get more details from Teresa Shonom.
As Nigeria reflects on our nationhood since 1960, many remember the heroes who stood tall in the face of struggle for freedom. Leaders whose sacrifices went beyond personal gains to secure freedom for generations even beyond. Analysts disclosed that they placed the nation above every other consideration, teaching the true meaning of peace, patriotism, unity, and collective progress.
We must change our psyche. We must try to be our brother's keeper. This, to me, is not a function of leadership alone. It's a communal function. Religious leaders, the youths, community leaders, traditional leaders. You'll be surprised that you read some discovery where some Obas are arrested, conniving with kidnappers within his domain. Religious leaders are arrested because they connive with armed robbers. So how do you defend that?
Business leaders, whether they like it or not, or whether we like it or not, we are nation builders. So which means that if business leaders pay their taxes, if they pay fair wages, they are not losing. They're actually helping to build a nation where business is actually possible. But if they lack integrity, it means that people below them will think that that is how business is done or that is how to succeed. And that's what we're facing right now, that people think that they have to cheat their way to success. But it starts from the top. The leaders lead and the followers follow. So if we lead with integrity, it means that we're building a crop of new generation that would actually, do things for the common good of the people.
The need for those virtues of unity, collaboration, and patriotism among every strata of the society have continued to aggregate the state of mind of many, all towards nation building, characterized by sustainable peace, prosperity, and progress. Are those values still in place?
I would say, in principle, they still remain. Of course, we may not have gotten to where we expected, but we thank God. For example, the democracy is thriving. Social media has even expanded the coverage of freedom of speech. We have challenging insecurity. It's a function of our large numbers, our expanse of land. And I believe we will get there too.
If I look at those values in terms of peace, in terms of unity, and in terms of good governance, are they still there? Absolutely no. They're no longer there. Then that you see Tafa Balewa or Ahmadu Bello or so can go to any of the states within the country, any of the regions, as it were, within the country and speak fluently. And at the same time, have dinner with their counterparts, Awo, Azik, and the rest, discuss the issue of Nigeria, and again, discuss the issue of regional development. How everybody will go and develop his region.
Findings show that the legacies of the nation's founding father carries a powerful lesson. They include resilience in the face of difficulty, visionary leadership that inspires all, and inclusivity.
In nation building, we should be able to look at infrastructure, we should be able to look at human capital development. We should be able to look at the how well Nigerians are faring.
All the nations that are leading right now, they are nations that have harnessed the power of all their human capital, not some. And when we look at, I think the other time I was talking about social cohesion, if you include everybody, it means that we all have an opportunity to play, to be a participant in the economy, which means that we're not thinking of tearing things down, we're thinking of building because we are all playing in the same field.
The policy of industry we saw, more especially in the current administration of renewed hope of Mr. President. So I think we are doing better and good.
They all had a clear message, advancing the values of integrity, sacrifice, and patriotism, not only being optional but essential.
Then we must play down on the way we show affluence. I was happy at the point in time when I saw EFCC going after those who are spraying money in party. But I'm surprised they've slowed down on that. How do you say there is no money in this country? And some people will be paying bails of money, 1,000 bail. What are they doing? What kind of job are they doing? And we kept quiet. These are things that must change.
We, the politicians, we need to put head together to go back to our constituents. When it comes to election, we go to polling unit by polling unit. But when we are elected, we leave, and we leave them with that kind of insecurity. Those who are voting for us, we should go back to them, liaise with them, interact with them. Let us hear their own views. Let us share their situation. So from there, you will see that at least we contribute in reducing the insecurity ourselves. We should try and create jobs for our teeming youths who are prominent, who go to school, who are skillful people.
Corruption, disunity, and lack of accountability have been identified as major setbacks threatening the spirit of selflessness once embodied by the nations of founding fathers. The vision of a country built on resilience and exclusivity now seems to struggle under the weight of an individual interest over the common good. What's the way forward?
The way forward would be to ensure that everyone has a piece of that economic pie. Open up opportunities for an average Nigerian. Let us be able to participate in this economy without knowing anybody. Let it be said that I got here because I'm hardworking. I know what I'm doing, not because A, B, or C person, gave me that opportunity in spite of the fact that I'm not qualified for it. One of the issues we have is the fact that people who are knowledgeable, experienced, who have real values to offer don't have the opportunity to offer those things. But the people who do not even have anything to offer are the ones taking up the opportunity. So let's open up that space of opportunity for everyone, regardless of your background, your ethnicity, where you come from, your social network, where everybody is able to participate.
Our way forward is to draw the attention of Nigerians and the viewers in general to continue praying for this administration with the renewed hope agenda, to see that at least the current president, being who he is, a grassroots politician, at least he take the Nigeria where it's supposed to be.
The government as a whole should be more emphatic on prevention than punishing. We should make sure that our systems are designed in a way that even the corrupt people will not have access to public funds so easily like it is done in the past.
By embracing the virtues, Nigeria can foster stronger, democratic institutions and build the unity needed for national progress.
Congratulations to Nigerians, particularly the viewers of this program. Nigeria is 65 old enough, almost 6.5 decade. So we are very happy, more especially we that were born after Nigeria have gotten her independence. So we are happy, we are great, And we continue praying for our leaders and our elders, and we are eliminating from the teaching of leadership that we are learning from them.
I would say that Nigerians, we're resilient. We should continue to be resilient. That would be my number one message. We shouldn't give up. And whatever it is that we find our hands to do, we should try to do it in a way that enhances the growth of our nation. We should be more patriotic. We are largely not patriotic, not very patriotic as a people. And it's because of some of these things that we've said before. So we should, become more patriotic, continue to be resilient. And congratulations once again to us. 65 is no joke.
We need to, train our children. We need to inculcate into our children the belief to want to make Nigeria great, the belief to want to, represent Nigeria and make Nigeria, something that will be put on the world map.
So to Nigerians, for Nigeria at 65, let's not lose hope. Let's renew our faith.
We shouldn't lose hope. We must continue to strive. We must continue to work. Those who got there, like America, UK, Australia, Canada, didn't start one day. Yeah, I know we may be a little bit slow in our getting there. It has its own advantage.
So I will congratulate us for having the records that we can be great, and we work towards that. And my message for Nigerians is that they should keep their hope alive, that things can be better.
The task, therefore, before citizens is to protect the freedom secured by the nation's forebearers, work together for the common good, and chart a path that honors their struggle.
Now, Thomas Obetere will take us through the significance of celebrating Nigeria at 65, why this is a pivotal moment of reflection on Nigeria's national journey as Africa's most populous nation, and how since independence in 1960, Nigeria has experienced rapid economic growth, vibrant cultural diversity, and significant political shifts, plus challenges and Nigeria's resilience in navigating these challenges. Thomas came back with different perspectives, cutting across different generations. It's over to you, Thomas.
As Nigeria commemorates 65 years of independence with the theme All Hands on Deck for a Greater Nation, it is a clarion call for collective responsibility. For most Nigerians, this is not just a moment to reflect, but a chance to reset, meaning from leaders to citizens, at home and abroad. Everyone has a role in building a more united, innovative, and accountable Nigeria. At 65, stakeholders believe the country's greatest asset remains the people, and now more than ever, therefore all hands must truly be on deck.
I see this as a success story because Nigeria has been able to consolidate its democracy. We are still learning, we are still putting more efforts to do more, but I mean we should celebrate successes at the same time where we have made modest successes. And if you look at our health sector also, where I have my strength in, over the period, you can see that the health sector has made a lot of tremendous progress over the years in terms of governance structures, in terms of delivery services. You take the tertiary institutions where we had just a few in the past.
At 65, more of understanding, more of consensus building, more of trust and confidence among different parties, and then the focus of putting very strong structure that will make the nation stand another 100 years. So at 65, I will call it a point of consolidation.
Let us work in unity and work in one spirit to make sure our great country and our president, his vision to our country, Renew Hope agenda, with one spirit and one mind, showing the interests of our country first, it will make the dream of our great nation to come true.
I believe strongly in the project Nigeria, and to me, Nigeria is still a project that is ongoing, and we hope that as the different regimes come up, they add value and propel the shaft of taking Nigeria to an enviable state.
Beyond the drums and dancing lies a story of resilience, transformation, and hope. I spoke with Nigerians across generations and sectors to find out what 65 years of independence truly means to them. For Nike Ayodele from Ekiti, who shares her birthday with the nation, it has been a bittersweet milestone. Born on October 1st, 1960, she has lived through military coup, democratic dawns, and economic booms and busts.
I have the privilege of being born on the same day that Nigeria got our independence. And every year that I celebrate my birthday, I am being reminded of the journey of Nigeria as a nation. My life, my system is linked with joy, greatness, happiness, dominion, because I was born in the day that Nigeria got our independence.
The independence granted to us by British colonial masters 65 years ago is a thing of joy. And there were people that actually laid down their lives to achieve this. That is our past heroes, like Nnamdi Azikiwe, Obafemi Awolowo, and Ahmadu Bello. All of these are great Nigerians, and many more that also from the background worked for the independence of Nigeria. This is a time for us to reflect on their contribution.
The president is asking everybody, let's put our hands together and make Nigeria work. No matter the diversity, no matter your political leaning, no matter your religion, one person cannot do it alone. The president is the president of all. So all of us, the civil societies, the government, the private sector, and everybody, you have to bring in what you have so that will make Nigeria work. It is our own, and we have no other place.
They are, however, of the opinion that as Nigeria celebrates, they cannot ignore the challenges from banditry in the north to economic disparities in the south. Nigeria faces deep-rooted challenges, security remains fragile, and governance in some quarters is often marred by corruption and inefficiency.
So while we are talking about the progress that have been made, we still know that Nigeria is struggling in the area of governance, inequality, even lack infrastructure. We are still, struggling in this area. So while we reflect on the good things that have happened to Nigeria in the past 65 years, as we all know, anyone who have lived up to 65 years is always given the normal kudos of having lived long to an extent.
We are still plagued by the brain drain syndrome. Equipments, infrastructure within our hospitals still need to be updated. Remarkable progress has been going on with the present administration of President Tinubu, and also the Minister of Health, Federal Minister of Health has been trying, spearheaded by Professor Pate, but still a lot needs to be done to make sure that the healthcare system is effective. Unity, we need to unify. We still experience religious and ethnic differences. This is a threat. Without unity, some developmental achievements will not be actualized.
You can't force your religion on anybody. That's the way the person wants to practice. You just have to tolerate. So tolerance is very, very important. Tolerance of religious beliefs, tolerance of practices. It has nothing to do with you.
So I see him achieving this autonomy, and we, the Nigerian youth, are fully in support of him. We will stand by him to help him achieve this local government and autonomy so that there can be meaningful development at the grassroots.
They further stated that with over 70% of Nigerian population under the age of 30, the future belongs to the youths. Experts insist that aligning education with job creation and investing in vocational skills remain critical.
So we must focus on our young people. Education is very critical. There is no excuse to no education. And one thing I love about this administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that is so reformative, innovative is the Nel Fund. Because it has shown that education is critical.
To have a strong economy, we must create a channel. We must create a platform for foreign investors to come in.
We have lithium in very large quantities in Niger State, in Nasarawa State, in several other states. These are untapped. We have artisanal miners who are not controlled. They do it for themselves, and the outcome is very devastating because they create environmental degradation of the areas where they farm, where they mine. We have gold in Zamfara and other places.
Creating opportunities for young people to strive. The need for education, training and retraining, human capital development, skill acquisition, and safety nets, creating safety nets for young people. Because you see, the young people are vulnerable and are soft targets in the hands of the enemies of the nation.
Nigerian citizens, not only NGOs, have the right to ask certain things about how government is going. So those are democratic pillars that we need to build on, and we need to advance on. So the country, I think that to a very large extent is right on track. We've had democracy, we've had a transition from military to civil, and now we've had transition also from civilian to civilian. We've had incumbent political parties being defeated, and so I think that the country is on track.
And I plead with our government to please, if one thing they will do for us is to leave us with a blueprint. I've not seen a roadmap.
They believe that despite the challenges, Nigeria remains a land of promise with abundant natural resources, from oil and gas to arable land, and a people known for their resilience and hustle, stressing that the potentials are enormous.
Government need to focus on technology. It is very important and it will help a lot. But I am happy at least this present government is doing something.
That side, it's very important that while we are talking about education and employment are the backbone to unlock the potential, that fosters innovation.
I want the system to engage young people positively. Engage them by way of training and retraining, provision of grants that will help them grow their businesses. Nigerians naturally are hardworking people.
They want Nigerians to always put Nigeria first, adding that from the mechanic in Aba to the engineer in Kano, patriotism must be more than a slogan. It must be a practice and a way of life. They also noted that as Nigeria enters its 66th year, going forward, one thing is clear: the call for unity, innovation, and accountable leadership has never been louder.
We must nurture citizenship. We must nurture patriotism. You don't have any other country other than Nigeria. Wherever you go, you are a second-class citizen. If you have an American citizenship, they still call you an African American. You are not the same.
No matter what we are passing through, we should unite, be together, show love as one country. And no matter what difficult people are passing through, it's just a question of time. I believe in this administration, Nigeria will experience change that will bring empowerment, that will bring hope to the country.
So the more functional youth you become, the more relevant you are, to in the affairs of things. That is why I appeal to youths who have derailed, who have gone into drug, cultism, violent extremism, to reverse themselves quickly and begin to look at the opportunities that is available for them.
Their optimism is high as everyone express hope that Nigeria will slowly but surely get to its anticipated destination. Therefore, in NTA, we also join everyone in wishing Nigeria and Nigerians happy Independence Anniversary celebration.
Not denying that there are some differences and challenges, Nigeria at 65 definitely stands proud, ready to embrace new opportunities and forge ahead with hope, unity, and steadfast commitment to a brighter tomorrow. Happy Independence Day. I'm Lydia Sampson. God bless Nigeria.